I've learned, and another personal chef taught me this, I use 3 knives. I've got my chef knife. This is a Santoku with the blunt nose, okay? A serrated knife, great for bread, great for tomatoes. My husband does have a specific one for tomatoes, and I do like that too, but I don't necessarily cross the kitchen to go get that from his drawer. And then a paring knife. This so happens to be a little ceramic one, and yes, the tip is broken off, but it still works great. So, from the knife standpoint, those are my 3 go-tos, and all I really need, okay? So the next item, and I'm telling you, I love these. You can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. I did put a link if you wanted to order them from Amazon. And these Titan peelers are fantastic. One thing that's nice is this is a regular peeler, and it works going back and forth both ways on the vegetable, like a potato or a carrot. And then this one actually has little teeth in it that then will julienne and make, you know, zoodles, okay, where you don't need that big fancy spiralizer that's sitting in your cabinet that you don't use because it's a pain in the neck to clean, right? Give that away and get yourself one of these. Works beautifully for all vegetables. You can do this with carrots and then have nice little shreds. Really, really good for zucchini, and it's fantastic. Okay, the other tools that I use, I love these, and I know there's a ton of different kinds. You can obviously, all of these things you can find on the internet on your own, but in the list, it makes it easy if you want to just go there to save yourself some time. These are silicone muffin cups. These are your standard muffin size, and these are your large ones. And I use and make meatloaf muffins in these. Some of you maybe have seen some of my posts where I posted meatloaf in these. They're great. Number one, they're a portion control, and then it's easy then for my presentation for my clients. What I usually do before I package is I will cool slice them and then, you know, put them in the container with the side dish or whatever. But they also, I just wrap them whole and freeze them that way too. Okay, so those are, that's that. This is such a good machine. I know that you probably all have blenders, and those are great too, but I'm telling you, they're harder to clean. This, in fact, I did a comparison to the Cuisinart and the KitchenAid in my Better Lifestyle Solutions website in the blog post. It was one of my earlier blog posts, and I compared them because the Cuisinart died, and I discovered why from the construction standpoint. But what's nice is this comes off. It's easy. It's 2 speeds, very, very powerful. And when I do a recipe on our day 3, I will show you how I use this to make one of the recipes. Okay, I have also, I keep on hand, this is just a little coffee grinder, and I use this a lot for grinding up, let's say gluten-free crackers that I'm going to use for a crust on fish or chicken. Also, it's great for making very fine powdered nuts. I've also pulverized like oatmeal that I've wanted to use then as something like in a meatloaf for somebody that's gluten-free. So it's really got, it's good, you know, it's a good little unit to have around. Okay, one of my favorites, and you'll get to see this in action too on day 3. This is called the Chef and Chop, and this is 3 pieces. Okay, it's the lid, your blade, and the container. And what is neat is this, when the top is on, you pull this and then you pull and it spins that blade, and it works fantastic. I mean, I've done, I could put in big chunks of celery in here and zhuzh, 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 and it makes nice little tiny fine things because I have meatloafs that I use that, and I make an Asian meatloaf that uses carrots and celery in it. Brilliant, works really well. Okay, another thing that's really important to have is a meat thermometer, okay, because you know you have to be food safe as far as temperature, and if you're cooking a chicken breast or chicken, I'm gonna use that as an example, and it's not up to 165 degrees, it's not really considered food safe. So safety first. So what's nice about this one is it's, listen, it has a little voice, and then it actually has the temperature, and then beef, pork, and poultry with what it should be. But it works great. It's real easy to clean. Has a little cap that keeps the little point from sticking you. But this is great. And any kind of meat thermometer, I love this one because it's real easy to read and works great. Okay, so this is just a little thing, but I thought I would show you, this is an OXO. You know, they're so popular. They have them at Bed Bath & Beyond and everything. But this is a 4 tablespoon in 1 tablespoon increments in here that is real easy to see. If you're doing a lot of liquid things, like I have some marinades that I make, it's, 2 tablespoons of sherry and 2 tablespoons of, soy sauce or whatever. And then you just pour it all in this cup and then put it in your mix. Okay, these are another big favorite of mine. I'm sure all of you out there that bake use these, I'm sure, for cookies. These are basically, I think they call them cookie scoops. I don't use the little one a lot. When I make my little mini bite-sized protein muffins, I use the mini because I make them into the little mini cupcake muffin tins. But I use this size, which is a regular, like small meatloaf size, and then this size for a little bit bigger meatballs. This is just great, time saver, and everything comes out, even. It works great. And then, of course, a little mini food processor. I've got a big food processor, but I don't use it all that much. I do use it when I make mashed sweet potatoes. I will put the roasted sweet potatoes in that, and then with coconut oil, and then put it in the big Cuisinart. But this little guy is perfect for all kinds of little chores where you don't need to get the big machine out, and it's real easy to clean. Just one blade and the bowl. Another handy thing, guys, is these cutting boards. That not that it isn't nice to have a nice butcher block board and everything, but you can use one of these on top. And what's nice about these color coding is that you really should try and use your cutting board specifically for certain foods. Like the yellow would be chicken, the blue would be fish, the red would be for red meat, and the green would be for your vegetables. And that's